Hi folks, I am at Elephant Rocks State Park, and kind of hard to see from here. I could see it better from the road, but if you look way up there somewhere, there's a domed rock. And of course there's a Bigfoot camper. But over here, there's a line of rocks that there's a picnic area there. I'm going to head over there next. There's a bunch of rocks right along in here, and there's little picnic tables and barbecue grills all through here. I don't know much about this place, but I'm going to learn. I walked down to the road and took a picture, and while I was there, there was somebody across the street saw me, I guess. I came walking back to the parking lot, and here comes park ranger driving through. I guess that doesn't get a lot of traffic this time of year. But this is Elephant Rocks, and as you come walking into this area, there's all sorts of stuff that explains this. You can look it up. But there's a trail that goes around this, and it's even got braille signs on it and knots in the rope. So that knot tells you something right there. They explain that. And then there's stuff that you can read here, and it's written in braille. So that's kind of cool. But this was they were doing quarry work here, and there's a quarry on the other side, and this is the only place where they get this kind of granite, and they show you in this information that the governor's place was done with this rock, and there's also something in St. Louis was done with this rock, and just a bunch of historical stuff. But I'm just going to walk around and have a look. You can't really read what's on the rock, but it says, in honor of our nation's brave that sleeps over the wave, they died that we may be free. No more war to be. 1918. Period. They were sure wrong. As I walk around this park, all the rocks have been very rounded. But this place here, you can tell these have been more recently broken open, and you can see the color. You can tell they've been broken open because they got drill holes in them. And right up there, that's a dove watching me. In the boulder behind you, there are two large holes located about 4.5 feet above the ground. These holes are the result of core samples which were drilled from the rock to determine their mineral quality and economic value. The sample analysis showed that the best use of the material of the granite rock was for building material, which was quarried from the local area in the mid-1800s. That's a long time ago. Walking along this trail, there's these big round rocks. It's kind of cool, but there's a sign that said there's an engine house ruins here. And you walk down the trail, here's this big old building. It's ruins, I guess, but it's kind of cool. It looks like it's mostly still here, other than the roof. But it, I assume, is made with the granite from the site. But this is pretty impressive, the way they fitted the rocks together. I think that's just way cool. It's not as pretty on the inside as the outside, and I suppose that tray rail is for hauling rock or something. I don't know. I'm going to walk around the other side. I followed a little trail that comes past that engine house, and you can see there's still some more rails here, and they lead into that engine house. So I suppose the engine house was for a train engine and not something where they had a big motor in here for using up here. I suppose it's a train engine for hauling the rock, but I don't know. There's not much back here except that. Curious. I'm up on top now. I'm not entirely certain, but I think that's the rock I could see from the road. But it's kind of cool. I'm not going to walk up there because it's cold and windy. But this is what it looks like up on top. I was mistaken. I'm up on top now. Those rocks, especially person standing on there. Why don't those things roll down the mountain? There's one right there. That thing's round. Now, up here on top there's all sorts of pools. Pools of water and lots of writing where they carve their names into the stone cutters. Now this is pretty cool because see, that rock right there is touching right there in the center of the screen, and then it's leaning up against that one over there. But otherwise this is a big ass boulder. And that thing right there, that great big one, it's just barely touching at the bottom. That's pretty amazing. And why? It looks like it wouldn't take anything to knock those things down. And this is the quarry. There's an overlook right there. Full of water, of course. There's a no swimming sign. Right down there. I'm sort of disinclined to go swimming in here anyway. But even if it was warm, I don't think I'd want to go. Well, that was a nice walk. And while I was gone, a lot of people came. I went one direction. I think they went the other direction because the other direction is shorter. If you go counterclockwise, it's longer to get to the Elephant Rocks than if you go clockwise. And that's maybe why I didn't see as many people. This is a fun place. It's a day place. It's not an overnight, but it's still fun.